50,000 years ago, this peaceful pond wasn't just water, it was a deadly trap. Over 2,000 saber-toothed cats met their end right here, not by predators, but by a pool of sticky death. They weren't weak, they were strong, fast, and smart, but even they couldn't escape. This is the story of how nature turned the world's top hunters into its most tragic victims. Our story starts in the late 1800s, when people first noticed black tar bubbling from the ground. At first, it looked like just oil. But then, bones started coming out of it. By the early 1900s, they realized these weren't just any bones. They were Ice Age fossils, thousands of them. One predator stood out above all the rest, the saber-toothed cat. Over 2,000 found in one spot. That's strange. Normally you find way more prey than predators, but here, it was flipped. These cats didn't die from sickness or attack. They died suddenly, all together, all preserved. To understand why, we need to go back 50,000 years, when Los Angeles looked very different. Back then, the area was cooler and greener. Huge animals roamed, bison, horses, sloths, and camels. And ruling over them was Smilodon fatalis, a muscular cat with 7-inch fangs, a perfect killer. The real killer here wasn't a beast, it was the land itself. For millions of years, thick oil seeped up from underground, turning into sticky tar. These tar pits looked like harmless mud puddles or watering holes. During dry seasons, tar was camouflaged under dust. To a thirsty animal, it looked like water. In wet seasons, rain pooled on top, making it a real watering hole. Animals returned again and again. Small animals were the first to get trapped. Their cries brought in scavengers, and then predators. A saber-tooth hears the noise. Easy meal, right? But it steps in, and gets trapped too. Sometimes we find whole family groups. Why? Because saber-tooths were social. They came to help. Each rescue attempt led to more deaths. The trap worked again, and again, for thousands of years. And we know these weren't random animals. Old, young, healthy, they were all caught. Tar is incredibly sticky, 100 times thicker than honey, and when warm, even worse. The more you fight it, the deeper you sink. Saber-tooths were strong, but they were built for short bursts, not long struggles. They were muscular and compact, great for wrestling prey, terrible for escaping traps. Bones show signs of panic, fractures, and even bite marks from pack members trying to pull them out. Heat made the tar stickier, cold made the cats slower. Nature gave them no chance. Some fossils even suggest they survived days after getting trapped, dying slowly. Every death attracted more animals, more cries, more hunters, more victims. It's not just rare, it's the opposite of nature. The tar pits were predator death machines. Now that we've seen all the clues, here's the verdict. The Brea Tar Pits weren't just accidents. They were a deadly feedback loop. Everything that made the saber-tooth powerful, its strength, loyalty, instincts, became its downfall. As they vanished, prey animals changed too. Populations grew, landscapes shifted. Imagine if every big cat vanished today. The whole ecosystem would feel it. That's what happened back then. Some species may have evolved to avoid the pits. Those that didn't survive. The saber-tooths weren't just victims. They were warning signs about how fragile even the strongest species can be. Even today, scientists are still pulling new bones from the ground. Each fossil tells another piece of the story, another animal caught in the same ancient trap. These pits remind us, nature doesn't always kill with teeth or claws. Sometimes, it just waits. The saber-tooths were strong, smart, and loyal, but the trap didn't care. It took them all the same. What other ancient mysteries should we solve next? Leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more tales from the deep past.